Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. When Sasha discovers she is pregnant, Lulu heads home. On General Hospital today, Cody offers to drive Lulu. Lucky receives a distressing call regarding his sister, and Rick questions Christina on the stand and accuses her of killing her kid. Rick questions Christina about her deception in court. He says he's sorry for her loss and that they can all see how upset she is despite her claims to be fine. He has the right to call her back to the stand, but he has no questions. Ava questions Rick's actions as Christina steps down. He advises her to have faith in him. Sunny doesn't trust Rick, and Christina joins her parents. Alexis argues that he shouldn't since he will call Christina to the stand at his convenience. Dante testified that he was called to the accident scene and didn't realize it was his half-sister until he got there. He explains that Ava was the witness he went to interrogate in the hotel suite. He describes how she was acting strangely and repeatedly altered her account of what had transpired. In his cross-examination, Rick mentions Dante's father's custody battle with Ava and remarks that it seems dubious that Dante should have questioned her. If he thinks Ava is a wonderful mother to his half-sister Avery, Rick asks. Dante doesn't, and Rick notes that his father will have full custody if Ava is proved guilty. The statement is removed from the record after the prosecution raises objections. Dante is questioned by the prosecution once more regarding the modifications Ava made to her claim that Christina tripped over shoes, which she later replaced with a bag. Molly praises TJ for being there for her when the court is called to recess. In the meantime, Alexis tells Christina to be prepared for Rick calling her back to the stand. Ava asks Rick at her table if he will ever stand up for her. He claims that although he has been demonstrating his sympathy to the jury, now is his moment to shine and persuade them that Christina is to fault for the loss of her child. Christina is called to the stand by Rick when the court reconvenes. Rick challenges her about her decision to alter her mind and wish to retain the kid, as well as her role as a surrogate for her half-sister and TJ. Christina attests to this. Rick portrays her as unreliable and claims that her word is meaningless. He asks about their conversation and why she went to Ava's apartment without being invited. If Ava didn't remember her subpoena, Christina claims she would have told the court that Ava killed Connie Falconeri, tampered with her brother's prescription, and is the reason Morgan is dead. Ava has not been found guilty of either of those offenses, according to Rick, who also asserts that Christina is attempting to hold Ava accountable for her brother's passing. Is Christina lying when she claims that Ava pushed her through the window? Rick claims that she told the police that she didn't remember much of that day. According to Christina, her baby did die, and she nearly passed away. She is obviously emotional, according to Rick. When discussing how Ava killed her kid by pushing her through a window, Christina breaks down in tears. Rick mentions the day she harassed him and Ava at the Port Charles Grill, and he labels her unpredictable and irritable. Rick claims that she vowed to see that Ava was imprisoned and that she would find another means of punishing her if she didn't. Diners who heard this at the Port Charles Grill have provided affidavits to Rick. When she confronted and accosted Ava, Rick questions whether she ever considered the kid she allegedly loved. Christina sobs that if she had known what would happen, she would never have entered the room that day. Rick informs Christina that her baby died because she let her rage get the better of her and attacked Ava. "I did not kill my daughter," sobs Christina. Liz and Lucky meet at Bobby's. Is he going out of town? She wonders. It depends on her, he says. He claims that Lucas says he wants to help and that she is in difficulty. As they sat down, Liz says that Sam received a huge dosage of digitalis, and the hypothesis is that someone mistakenly administered it to her after grabbing the wrong medicine. Has a mistake like this ever been made before? Questions Lucky. Although Liz claims that none of her nurses have erred in this way, they are all human. According to Liz, the hospital is looking into the incident and will determine who made the error. Although she is aware that it wasn't her, it might result in one of her nurses losing their license. Lucky promises to use his investigative abilities to learn Sam's fate. Liz acknowledges that she was the last person to give Sam anything when he asks who it was. Liz responds that she administered the correct prescription when Lucky inquires about whether the autopsy revealed morphine in Sam's system. Lucky receives a call from Turning Woods, interrupting them. Lucky was named as a contact, and the manager has been attempting to get in touch with Mayor Collins, but she is currently occupied with emergencies. Is there something wrong with Lulu? Wonders Lucky. The man explains the disappearance of his sister. When Liz and Lucky get at Turning Woods, Lucky is baffled as to why his coma-stricken sister isn't there. The manager explains that someone pulled the fire alarm, which caused it to go off. Inspections later revealed that Lulu was gone. After questioning a nurse, Liz and Lucky find out that Cyrus Renault was Lulu's most recent guest. Lulu approaches a car on the road and requests a ride. Cody, who is at the wheel, tells her to get in. She responds that she's okay and thanks Cody for stopping when he asks how she's doing. She asks him where he's going after he asks her where she's going. He clarifies that he is going to Port Charles, his hometown. She claims to reside there. She is shivering, according to Cody, and Lulu says she got into an argument with her boyfriend in his car, after which he left her on the side of the road without her coat and fled. She accepts his offer of a lollipops, which he keeps in his truck. He responds that it is November 26th when Lulu asks what day it is, but he omits the year. Lulu is pleased since it implies she didn't miss her brother's upcoming birthday. When she inquires about his family, he responds that he has recently located them and they have grown close. Family is everything, according to Lulu, and she is eager to see her children. She says she hasn't seen them in what seems like an eternity because she has been away. Lulu asks Cody to drop her off when they get to town. She refuses to give her address to a stranger, even if he promises to take her home. In order to avoid being a stranger, he introduces himself, but she doesn't give him her name. She obviously has no money on her, so Cody offers it to her. How will she repay him? She asks. He gives her his number after writing it down. She gives him thanks. Maxie notices that Sasha is distressed when she stops by to discuss. Maxie claims she doesn't get shocked easily, but Sasha feels this is a major deal. She may be pregnant, Sasha explains. Please tell her that Cody isn't the father, asks Maxie. Maxie inquires as to the father's identity after Sasha affirms that he isn't. Maxie asks how this happened as they sit down. After telling Cody about their new circumstances, Sasha claims she ended up drinking too much at the Brown Dog Bar with another person who had a rough day. They had a one-night stand in the end. Have you taken any tests? Asks Maxie. Sasha purchased one, although she hasn't used it yet. Sasha claims that she has a ton of other things going on at the moment and that she never considered having another child. Sasha observes that she had Brando during the time she lost Liam and barely made it through. Maxie claims she has Nina, herself, and other people to support her throughout this difficult time. Sasha admits that she could raise Liam alone if necessary, but she worries that what happened to Liam might happen again. According to Maxie, life happens and you must either deal with it or it will find you. After injuring himself while playing the Floor is Lava game in his room, James shouts out to his mother and leaves. He missed his attempt to leap from the doorway to his bed. James is taken to the restroom by Maxie and Sasha so they can fetch him a Band-Aid. After that, he dashes back to his room. When Maxie inquires about their whereabouts, Sasha responds that she wants to know the truth and takes out her pregnancy test. The timer goes off while they wait for the results. Sasha examines the exam. She says, "I'm pregnant," to Maxie. Lulu tries to open the front door in the meantime, but it's locked. After finding the hidden spare key, she opens the door and enters. Brooklyn and Chase engage in sexual flirtation in bed on General Hospital. Spinelli assures James that he has a solution to this riddle. Molly informs TJ that she will never be able to forgive herself if Christina's testimony results in Ava being found not guilty. Christina is questioned by Rick about if defending her father was more crucial than defending her sister's child. Sasha believes she is incapable of handling a pregnancy. Lucky says he's going to contact the police. Sasha Gilmore is seated anxiously in the General Hospital waiting area, her hands clenched around her phone. After weeks of feeling weird, she couldn't ignore the prospect any longer. She feels a mixture of fear and hope at the prospect of becoming pregnant. Breathless, Maxie Jones screams. "You didn't think I was going to let you handle this by yourself, did you?" She smiles comfortingly as she speaks. Sasha confides, "I've dreamed of a family, Maxie, but after everything, am I ready for this, while they await the results? What if I make a mistake?" Maxie gives her hand a squeeze. "Sasha, nobody is ever prepared. However, you have already demonstrated your strength. You will step up if this is taking place." The doctor walks in, and Sasha braces herself. "Congratulations," smiles the doctor. "You are expecting a child." Maxie gives Sasha a hug while tears fall down her cheeks. However, Sasha's happiness is short-lived as she knows she must tell Cody Bell. She's not sure how he'll respond, and their connection has been vague at best. Sasha meets Cody at the Savoy later that night. She starts off with a shaky voice, "I need to tell you something." Seeing how serious she is, Cody leans in. "I'm here for you, Sasha, no matter what." With her heart racing, she declares, "I'm pregnant." For a brief period, Cody's face seems inscrutable, but then a smile appears. "That's amazing, Sasha. Together, we will solve this." Before they can rejoice, though, Sasha gets an enigmatic text message that reads, "You're not safe. Be mindful of your back." Lulu heads back home. Lulu Falconeri is eventually released from a specialist care center after months of recuperation. She goes outside with Kevin Collins, the surroundings seeming both familiar and unfamiliar. "Are you prepared to do this?" Kevin asks softly. Lulu draws in a long breath. "I must be. I am very excited to see my children." Her return home, however, is bittersweet. In an attempt to ease Lulu's transition, Laura reveals that Dante has moved on with Sam McCall and that Rocco and Charlotte have established new habits. Upon arriving at the Falconeri residence, Lulu observes from the street as Dante, Sam, and Rocco share a laugh in the yard. As she recognizes how much she's missed and how much has changed, tears start to form. Lulu withdraws to the Metro Court, where she encounters an old acquaintance, Carly Spencer, determined not to ruin their joy. "Lulu!" Carly yells, "You're back," and hugs her tightly. Lulu shares her anxieties. "What role do I play in a life that has gone on without me?" Ever the wise one, Carly responds, "You battle for your place. This is your town, your family. Never allow anyone to make you feel as though you don't belong." Following Carly's suggestion, Lulu contacts Dante and asks him to meet her at the docks. They have a tearful reunion when he gets there. With a voice full of sorrow, Dante says, "I'm so sorry for everything you've been through." Lulu responds, "I'm just happy to be back," but she can't deny the tension that still exists between them. Lulu meets Sasha as she starts to put her life back together, and they unexpectedly become friends because of their shared struggles. Despite their pasts, both ladies find comfort in their mutual will to create fresh futures. What comes next? Who sent the mysterious text, and what threat does Sasha and her unborn child face? Will Lulu's journey lead her back to Dante, or will she forge a new route? Unexpected links. Could the growing friendship between Sasha and Lulu result in a strong coalition against a fresh danger? Sasha can't get rid of the unsettling feeling from the mysterious text after telling Cody she was pregnant. Ever the protector, Cody advises her to stay near him and take no needless chances. Maxie proposes that they loop in Spinelli to track down the message in the interim. Spinelli soon learns that the SMS came from an untraceable burner phone, indicating that the sender does not wish to be identified. Sasha gets another letter a few days later that reads, "You're in more danger than you think. Don't trust anyone, not even Cody." Sasha becomes agitated and begins interrogating Cody and everyone else. He is offended by her mistrust when she confronts him, but he swears to find out who is responsible. Sasha's situation gets worse when she starts to notice odd things happening in her apartment, such as someone following her car. Sasha declines Maxie's request that she temporarily move in with her. In a startling turn of events, Sasha goes to the hospital for a pregnancy checkup and hears Dr. Albrecht talking about an enigmatic patient who is connected to her. Could this patient hold the secret to the messages and provide Sasha with a connection to a former acquaintance? Lulu's rebuilding journey. Although Lulu and Dante's reunion is heartwarming, it's difficult to deny Sam's continued influence in his life. Lulu feels alienated, but Dante says he will help her reintegrate, especially with Rocco and Charlotte. Lulu immerses herself in her profession, determined to restore her freedom. She decides to write a series of essays on her experience in coma and her recovery after re-establishing contact with the invader. Readers are moved by her openness, and she starts to regain her self-assurance. But when Valentine Cassadine approaches her with an offer, her career takes a different direction. He proposes that they collaborate on a project to restore the Cassadine name. Despite Laura's warnings to avoid her, Lulu surprises everyone by taking the offer into consideration. She informs Kevin, if Valentine is up to something shady, this might be my chance to expose it. As Cody begins spending more time with her, her personal life gets increasingly complicated. Although their easy friendship and sense of humor provide Lulu with a break from her problems, sparks start to fly, which exacerbates her residual love for Dante. Sasha and Lulu's crossroads. When Sasha uncovers a startling fact while looking into her enigmatic stalker, that the smuggling network Cody and Lulu have been looking into is connected to her late husband, Brando Corbin, their paths cross. After Sasha confides in Lulu, they discover a shocking fact. Brando was looking into the ring prior to his passing and might have left behind evidence that might reveal the scheme. Sasha and Lulu become aware that they are being monitored while they collaborate. To prevent children from learning the truth, someone is desperate. The two women are stranded on the Haunted Star during a covert gathering of the leaders of the smuggling network in a high-stakes finale. Sasha and Lulu must rely on their cunning and one another to survive while Cody and Dante rush to their aid. What comes next? Can Sasha manage her increasing risk during her pregnancy as she gets ready to become a mother? Will Lulu's developing intimacy with Cody cause her to drift away from Dante or return to him? This is her romantic dilemma. A new partnership. Will Sasha and Lulu be able to dismantle the smuggling organization in time? Sasha's mystery, who sent the cryptic text, and what danger lies ahead for her and her unborn child? Lulu's journey, will she find her way back to Dante, or carve out a new path entirely? Unexpected connections. Could Sasha and Lulu's budding friendship lead to a powerful alliance against a new threat? Sasha's mystery, who sent the cryptic text, and what danger lies ahead for her and her unborn child? Lulu's journey, will she find her way back to Dante, or carve out a new path entirely? The upcoming episodes of General Hospital promise nothing short of nail-biting drama, with characters finding themselves at critical crossroads. At the forefront of the unfolding events is Rick Lansing, an attorney known for his unorthodox yet effective methods. His current challenge? Defending Ava Jerome against a mountain of allegations that could permanently alter her future. While Rick is no stranger to high-pressure cases, this particular trial has proven to be a formidable challenge, testing not only his legal expertise but also his resolve. Rick Lansing's determined defense strategy. From the very beginning, Rick has faced doubts, not just from the public but from Ava herself. Ava Jerome, known for her sharp wit and resilience, is not easily rattled. However, even she has started to lose faith in Rick's abilities. Her frustration stems from what she perceives as Rick's lackluster performance thus far. While the stakes could not be higher, Ava has grown increasingly worried that her defense team is not doing enough to turn the tide in her favor. Rick, aware of Ava's concerns, reassures her that a game-changing moment is just around the corner. Tuesday's courtroom proceedings could mark a pivotal turning point in the trial, with Rick prepared to deploy every legal maneuver in his arsenal. His focus is on Christina Corinthos Davis, whose testimony has the potential to sway the jury in either direction. Christina, a complex character with a history of emotional highs and lows, has claimed that Ava coerced her into certain actions. If the jury accepts Christina's version of events, Ava's fate might be sealed. Rick, understanding the weight of Christina's testimony, takes a bold approach. As Christina takes the stand, Rick immediately goes on the offensive, his sharp questions designed to poke holes in her narrative. Why are you lying? He asks pointedly, setting the stage for a dramatic confrontation. His objective is clear: expose any inconsistencies in Christina's testimony and cast doubt on her credibility. Rick knows that if he can rattle Christina enough, her unpredictable nature might emerge, potentially swaying the jury's perception of her reliability. The courtroom becomes a battleground of words and emotions. Molly Lansing Davis, watching from the gallery, whispers to TJ Ashford about Rick's calculated approach. Despite their initial doubts, even Molly acknowledges that Rick is finally stepping up to the plate. Yet, not everyone is convinced. Alexis Davis and Sonny Corinthos exchange wary glances, their mutual distrust of Rick as strong as ever. Sonny, ever the skeptic, voices his concerns, warning Alexis not to let her guard down. Dante Falconeri, the next witness in the hot seat. As the trial progresses, new challenges await Rick. Dante Falconeri, a respected detective with a strong moral compass, is set to take the stand. Rick knows that cross-examining Dante will require a different strategy altogether. Dante's testimony could introduce evidence that complicates Ava's defense, forcing Rick to think several steps ahead. A parallel mystery: Elizabeth Baldwin and Lucky Spencer seek answers. While courtroom drama dominates the headlines, another mystery unfolds elsewhere in Port Charles. Elizabeth Baldwin finds herself at the center of a scandal involving Sam McCall's near-fatal digitalis overdose. Despite mounting suspicions, Liz maintains her innocence. Lucky Spencer, her steadfast ally and former love, believes her without question. Determined to clear Liz's name, Lucky dives headfirst into the investigation. His commitment to uncovering the truth is unwavering, and he assures Liz that justice will prevail. "The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the better," he says, his voice filled with conviction. However, their search for answers is interrupted by unexpected news. Lucky receives a frantic call about Lulu Spencer, who has reportedly disappeared from Turning Woods. The revelation sends shockwaves through Lucky, forcing him to divide his attention between solving one mystery and addressing a new crisis. Cody Bell and Lulu Spencer, an unlikely encounter. In a twist of fate, Cody Bell becomes entangled in Lulu's story. Driving along a quiet road, Cody notices a woman in need of assistance. Initially unaware of her identity, Cody offers her a ride, setting off a chain of events that will have significant repercussions. Lulu, still recovering from a long and arduous journey, reveals snippets of her story during their interaction. Cody begins piecing together the puzzle, realizing that he may be at the center of a much larger narrative. Sasha Gilmore Corbin's life-changing revelation. Elsewhere in Port Charles, Sasha Gilmore Corbin faces a deeply personal revelation. Arriving at Maxie Jones' home, Sasha appears visibly shaken yet determined to share her news. Maxie, always a supportive friend, listens intently as Sasha opens up about a possible pregnancy. If Sasha is indeed carrying Michael Corinthos' child, the ramifications could be far-reaching. As the two friends discuss the challenges ahead, Maxie offers words of encouragement while acknowledging the complexity of the situation. Sasha, torn between excitement and fear, grapples with the uncertainty of what lies ahead. Michael Corinthos, the end of an era. Meanwhile, the impending departure of Chad Duell, who portrays Michael Corinthos, has left fans speculating about how his character's storyline will conclude. Executive producer Frank Valentini has confirmed that Michael's exit will be accompanied by a powerful narrative arc, one that promises to leave a lasting impact. Among the theories circulating about Michael's departure, one stands out: a dramatic presumed dead storyline. As both a Quartermain and a Corinthos, Michael has many enemies, making him a prime target for violence. Could a tragic accident or a targeted attack result in his apparent demise, leaving his family to grapple with the aftermath? Another possibility involves Michael being sent to prison, a twist that would align with his recent dark turn. Alternatively, Michael might choose to disappear altogether, taking his children with him to escape the chaos of his personal life. Behind the scenes, cast reactions and farewell tributes. Chad Duell's decision to leave General Hospital has elicited an outpouring of love and support from his co-stars. Caitlin McMullen, who plays his on-screen wife Willow Corinthos, shared a heartfelt tribute, expressing her admiration for Duell's work and their camaraderie. Other cast members, including Laura Wright and Cameron Matheson, also offered their well wishes, highlighting the strong bonds that exist within the GH family. What lies ahead for Port Charles? As the residents of Port Charles navigate the highs and lows of their intertwined lives, one thing is certain: the drama is far from over. Whether it's Rick Lansing's courtroom battles, the mystery of Lulu Spencer's disappearance, or the emotional fallout from Michael Corinthos' exit, General Hospital continues to deliver gripping storylines that captivate its audience. Stay tuned for more twists and turns as the characters of General Hospital face challenges that will test their strength, loyalty, and resilience. Lulu gets a ride from Cody. Following months of recuperation from her coma, Lulu Falconeri is back in Port Charles. She is anxious about finding her position in a world that has moved on without her, even though she is happy to be among her loved ones again. Before Cody Bell arrives on his motorcycle, a flat tire on the outskirts of town appears like a terrible omen. Require a lift? Cody gives forth his signature sly smile. After hesitating, Lulu continues, her hold on Cody growing stronger as they dash toward Port Charles. Her sense of adventure is revived by the thrilling ride. But when they get to the Haunted Star, Lulu realizes that Cody is more than just his easygoing personality. Cody acknowledges, "I didn't just stop by chance. I had a duty to Dante. He believed that you needed a companion at this moment." Despite her gratitude, Lulu questions whether she can trust Cody or whether he is concealing his own intentions. Sasha tells Maxie her secret. Sitting next Maxie Jones at the Metro Court, Sasha Gilmore grips her coffee cup anxiously. Sasha says, "I can't keep this to myself anymore," in a shaky voice. "I've been hiding something after everything with Gladys and the guardianship." Maxie's eyes enlarge. "What is it, Sasha?" Sasha inhales deeply. "I heard something about Valentine while I was in Ferncliff. He was meeting with someone to discuss preparations for ELQ, but it sounded like you and deception were involved." Maxie's astonishment soon gives way to resolve. "We must outshine Valentine if he is acting against deception." "Are you certain about this?" Sasha gives a nod. "I owe you the truth, but I didn't want to cause any trouble." In order to prepare for a confrontation with Valentine Cassadine, the two women decide to find the truth. The court tricks of Rick. Back to his old methods, Rick Lansing defends a new, dubious client with connections to organized crime at the Port Charles courthouse. Diane Miller is opposing him in court because she will not allow Rick to take advantage of the system. Diane presents incriminating material to support her claim that this case is cut and dry. Rick, however, grins unconcerned. Or so it appears. "Ms. Miller, your witness, has a history of document fraud. Should I bring up her past transgressions with the court?" As the courtroom erupts, Diane's jaw becomes firmer. She is aware of Rick's strategy, discrediting her witness in order to divert attention from the true problem. Diane cautions Rick in the corridor during recess. "I'll reveal your client for the criminal he is, even though you may believe you've won." Rick smiles mischievously as he leans forward. "And I'll win, which is what I do best." It becomes evident as the trial progresses that Rick's success is not assured, particularly with Sonny Corinthos observing from the gallery, prepared to defend his interests. Lulu gets a ride from Cody. Lulu thanks Cody, who lingers awkwardly, shuffling his feet, as he drops her off at the Haunted Star. "How are you, Cody?" Sensing his hesitancy, Lulu asks. Cody pauses before answering. "It's simply how difficult this would be was not disclosed to me by Dante. Your return is significant to all. In particular, him." Lulu's face becomes softer. "I understand. I'm also anxious to see him. Many things have changed." Cody twitches. "Yes, such as him and Sam." Lulu flinches. "I've heard. I didn't think he would wait forever." As they talk more, Cody acknowledges that he's also struggling with unresolved feelings for Sasha. Things have only gotten more problematic as a result of his recent attempts to get in touch with her. They are unaware that Tracy Quartermaine, who has been watching Cody for her own motives, is watching from the Haunted Star's shadows. she murmurs, that boy's trouble, already planning how to prevent him from upsetting her family. Sasha tells Maxie her secret. Maxie drags Sasha to Deception's office as soon as she drops the bombshell. If Valentine is pursuing us, we must muster the forces. Lucy, you and I are a team. Sasha is hesitant, though. What if I'm mistaken, Maxie? What if this backfires on us? Lucy interrupts Maxie before she can reply, brandishing a pile of papers. Ladies! There is trouble on the horizon. Valentine recently submitted an application to take Deception's intellectual property away. Sasha and Maxie exchange shocked glances. It's too late, Sasha murmurs. The papers are slammed upon the desk by Lucy. Not just yet. You're going to face Valentine, Sasha. Whatever you heard, you are the only one who can obtain the leverage we require. Sasha confronts Valentine at the Savoy that night. I am aware of your plans, Valentine, she says. Valentine smiles. Are you now? And how are you willing to handle it? Nina Reeves overhears her and interrupts to demand explanations from both of them before she can reply. The court tricks of Rick. As Diane's witness is being cross-examined by Rick, the tension in the courtroom is evident. His incisive inquiries are intended to undermine their credibility. Despite Diane's persistent protests, the judge permits Rick's line of inquiry. Diane corners Rick in the corridor following the session. Rick, you're treading carefully. I'll bury you if you make one more naughty move. Rick laughs. Diane, is that a threat? Or a pledge? In the meantime, Sonny and Dex Heller meet in the parking lot of the courthouse. Sonny commands, watch Rick's client. I need to know if he's connected to the Novak family. Returning to court, Rick uses his ace, a last-minute witness who says he has inside information about Sonny's business dealings. Diane accuses Rick of witness tampering and tries right away to stop the testimony. To give both sides a chance to reorganize, the judge calls a recess. Rick gets a mysterious note outside the courtroom that reads, keep pushing. We'll take care of the remainder. Realizing he might be in over his head with his new clients, Rick looks around anxiously. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.